This is kind of boring, but I had an unusual connector for the magnetic transmission oil filter. I got a original Magnefine from Australia, and I used a 5/8 quick connect. I wanted the OEM, the AC Delco, because the Dorman apparently leaks because there's too much space between the retainer clip for the quick connect. I used a GM quick connect disconnect disconnect tool to take the metal tube out and open up that retainer clip, and then remove the cooler line, the metal line. And then I had a push lock 3/8 going to a 5/8 female, and it was a part made in China, and I pushed the tube on without any lube because I wanted to make sure the PSI rating wasn't affected negatively. So I pushed and pushed. I got it on as much as possible, like pretty much 95% on there. And then I had a ear clamp on, and the push lock was just leaking transmission fluid, like just gushing out. And I turned off the engine. I did that 3 times. And the third time I realized the leak actually, because I readjusted the ear clamp, tightened it, and the leak was actually from the 3/8 tube going into the 5/8. So that connector was just trash. It wasn't working at all. Maybe I damaged it when I put the hose on. I don't know. I don't see how I could have done that. So then I scrambled that night because I didn't have the car without the transmission hooked up. And I went to an auto parts store, and I got I found a 5/8 female that would connect with that 5/8 quick connect. And then I found that went down to 1/4 male, and then I found a female 1/4 that went to a 3/8 barbed male for the hose. So I got 3 connectors lined up there, and then I put 2 clamps on. I put an ear clamp and a fuel injector clamp. So then this goes down to the Magnefine, and the actual filter is actually right under the shroud for the radiator fan. And probably can't see it from this angle. Let's see. Yeah, so there's really no way to get at it. You can't even see it. But let's go under the car now. I'm gonna get my shirt all dirty, but there's probably some transmission. Okay, so this is the actual radiator connection. Let's see if we can. Yeah, I think there's some fluid on it, but it looks like it's probably just residual fluid from it could still be leaking, I'm not sure, but I got 2 clamps on there. See if you can see it through the camera. Sorry. There you go. No, that's not sorry. I'm trying to adjust the camera here so let me turn this light off. There. I can see it. So you can see there's some fluid there. Transmission fluid. Now, there's a good chance that that's residual from when I pushed the hose on. And I would keep an eye on that. See if that's... Yeah, got that off. So it's not like leaking right now. You can't really see, you can't see any red fluid. So let's see if get some better light on it. So yeah, it looks pretty dry. It's hard to say. I got 2 clamps on there. They're on real tight. So if there is a leak, it would be from the retainer clip going in. Let me try to. It's not moving. The hose is not moving out of there. I made sure the connector is behind the retainer clip. So let me see if there's. Yeah, it's looking pretty clean. Not seeing any. Really not seeing any new fluid. So I think that looks good. Now for the actual filter, let's see what we got here. So that's the actual Magnefine filter. Obviously, I'm doing a primitivist bracket. At first I had the bread twist ties, and then I got the extra heavy duty zip tie, and then I got this rubber metal orange thing. Just that's like to let me know, to remind me. I just have one fuel injector clip for each connector on the actual magnetic filter. So the thing is that there's not a lot of pressure going into the filter compared to the hose. The filter has less pressure, and so it should be okay. I didn't want it too tight on the clamp, the fuel injector clamp, but you don't want it too loose, obviously. So it looks like it's holding fine. I drove for probably like an hour today, and of course I had to buy some more transmission fluid because I lost like a pint when I disconnected the hose. So you can see this is the OEM filter Magnefine. If you read it, it says made in Australia. I had to special order that. Found it on eBay. They're out of stock. These are back stock items. They're no longer made. This is a special patent design with the magnet suspended away from the actual paper filter, fiber filter. So you get magnetic on both sides. You get the